What's up everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Alex and today I'm going to be talking about something that I'm very passionate about, and that's personal budgeting. Personal finance became an increasingly hot topic lately with the appearance of fintech startups and digital banks such as Revolut, Monzo, N26 and Starling. Moreover, money tracking apps such as Money Dashboard, Wally, You Need a Budget and QuickBooks exploded the App Store charts. They even merged with some of the leading banks to create a better digital banking infrastructure and user experience for us, the customers. To make this video as helpful as possible and give you my top recommendations and best insights into building a healthy financial plan, I will go through my very own techniques that I used through the past years to make me better aware about my financial situation and consequently a greater visibility of my disposable income or simply free cash left to spend. I will divide this video into 3 parts and we'll start with making the budget, what tools I use, how I separate the income and costs, and specific items that I include in my financial plan. The second part is about planning the budget, where I will discuss about the ways to put these items on paper, plan them accordingly during a given timeline, and set them ready for action. Here, I will also touch upon goal setting methods that I used to set up your plan so that you achieve your financial aspirations on time and precisely. The final part will touch upon the budget tracking methods that I use, where the main aim is to create a transparent visibility of your daily, monthly, yearly spendings versus your earnings and ensure that you are on track with your initial plan. There is no better time than in quarantine to learn about your personal finance. So with that said, I will proceed with the first part and introduce you to the tools I use and how I do that. But first, I will kindly ask you to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It means a lot to me and keep me motivated to post more useful content here on YouTube. First part is about making the budget. What does it consist of and how you should look at these items so that they make sense. A myriad of tools that you could use online to make up your budget, but for me personally, I simply use Excel. Excel is the simplest way to set up your income streams, to calculate your costs and just make the difference in a very efficient way. Nevertheless, I will leave a couple of links in the description below so you could find some other apps such as YNAB or QuickBooks and see how you can make your financial plan there. Excel is a very good tool to navigate through some tabs or just change the visibility of your different tables and rows, and even include some new formulas so you could calculate your targets and set up some graphs or pie charts. So for me, this is the most useful tool and that's why I'm recommending it to you guys. I've done a myriad of templates for personal finance, for calculating the mortgage, or for even seeing some other investment opportunities. In this video, I have prepared a specific template for personal budgeting and I have uploaded it in the description below. Please feel free to use it, to ask questions, navigate through it, and I will now start by looking at the details. To make this video more efficient for yourself, you could now download the template and just follow the template while I'm talking. If you're new to personal budgeting, the best way to start is by separating your income and expenses. The income though could be separated into 2 other subcategories, and that would be operating income and non-operating income. Operating income includes such things as your income streams, could be active and could be passive, or usually this is more about your actives. Operating income could be about your salary, your freelancing, or any other activity where you derive income by inputting some actions or spending more time on that. Different from passive income where you have done something in the past and now you're looking at the results. In my case, in the operating income section, I include all my active income streams. For those who don't know me yet, I'm an online and real estate entrepreneur. My company Agora Ventures, where my team and I create various online businesses, media-driven businesses, or anything that is related to IT innovation. Secondly, the real estate investing and property management company Agora Villas that I have started in Bali. Some people decide to include the investments or real estate into passive. However, in my case, I still have to get involved. I still have to do some financial projections. I still have to do marketing. And I consider that as being some of my active operating income. In the expenses section, I include all the costs that I have monthly or yearly, and usually I try to make them in one currency. For example, I have a couple of operating expenses that I'm paying overseas, such as Spotify license, which is in Great British Pounds. I just convert it into dollars, as I find dollars being the most useful and the easiest way to track your expenses. I include some of my mortgage payments, I include some of my recurring expenses, such as again, music licenses or Netflix, credits that I have to return monthly. I would even include my VPN fees, so anything from $1 above. To make it clear, in my operating expenses, I don't include anything that consists of costs related to my business. I include my personal spendings, everything that is related to my existence, and I would strongly advise you to do the same. Want to get out of the basic Excel budgeting, then you could also look at the non-recurring expenses. It could be for furniture or any kind of car repairs. I would advise you to only do that when you get better with your basic costs and basic tracking, and then include the non-recurring expenses. This would make your life much easier and will give you some time to reflect on what are your operating costs first. Non-operating income streams, there are a couple of examples that I personally use. If you have any shares or if you're being paid any dividends, that would count as interest income. Any kind of donations, or you have won a bet, or you have just made some more money out of a investment that you have done in the past. So all of that would count into non-recurring income. Call it in a better way, non-operating income. When you have done your totals for the income and the expenses, you subtract them, and the result would be what you are left with, and that's called disposable income. Important to mention though that the totals for your disposable income is only calculated when you have subtracted your taxes, and only after you have done it right, you can consider the remainings as the free cash that you're left to be spent. In the template that I have uploaded under this video, you could find this total under the row that is called net income. Now that you know how Excel works and what kind of items you should include in your budget, let's see how to make them work and how to track them. Alright, so in this part we could start by looking at the personal budget template that I have given to you. Here we can see that I have made it for 12 months. And I have also separated every single section by itself, so you could have a total per each of them. Now, the best way to start using the personal budget template is by looking from January to December. However, if you are currently in another month, you could start with this month and just do it till the end of the year and then start it over again. In this template, you have all the formulas already included, so it's going to be much easier for you to use it. So with that said, you could already start using the template. You can start including your figures for January or for any other month that you're currently in, and then do the additions. All the formulas already are included. Subtract the expenses and you could see the net income that you have for this year. The second thing that I've included in this template is something that I used for myself to motivate me better and to have a goal for this specific year or any other given period. So here in the goal section, you could see that I've left the blank for your desired amount that you have for this year. And then the formula is just a simple division percentage formula that shows your net income divided by the amount that you wish to achieve for this year, and then you could track your percentage. This is very basic, very simple for you to just understand what your spendings are currently and if you are on track. In other videos, I can go more into details and show you how you can track by items or by any kind of categories such as food or transport or etc. So if you're interested for that, then please leave a comment below and I will do another video about it. In the third part of this video, we will talk about tracking your budget and what are the best way to do so. First, let's start with the template that I have given to you. In the second tab that you have here, which is called monthly payments, this is where I keep all my monthly payments in any kind of currency converted to dollars again, and I simply tick yes or no if this has been paid or if it's pending or any kind of other status. Again, you have the expense name and then you have the amount in dollars if you are working also with different currencies. And then you have the date that it is due on, and then you have the status, if it's done or if it's pending or anything else. Finally, you have the total, so you could understand what are your monthly commitments. This is very important to understand where you stand by, what is your disposable income, and how much of free cash you have left to spend on yourself. Overall, for some, this is something that is not usual, or I know many people who never use this kind of budgeting, but for me personally this is very, very important, and I have been doing this for over 10 years since I was in school. Having your finances right should be your best friend, because this will always help you either to achieve your financial freedom or at least understand where you stand. Now, talking about tracking, this should be easy. For me personally, I'm very keen to understand where I stand day by day, set up my targets, set up my new goals and achieve them. And this is the best tool to do so, or at least this is a start. In my case, although I use the tool very frequently and I access these Excel tabs almost day by day, I still only update it on the 26th of the month. This is the set date that I'm committed to, where I include all my monthly income, and I also update the expenses, whether I have paid something already or it's still pending. The best way to track it is to set up a reminder. For example, I use it in the calendar. I set up a notification on the 26th of the month, and this helps me to be on track with everything. Goal setting is very important, so you could understand how to grow or what to improve. And for me, goal setting is probably the most important thing here, as this helps me to achieve my other dreams. And sometimes, even though I plan a goal at the start of the year, I usually surpass it and I make other goals. So you should always keep updating and keep growing. There are other very good tools that you could use for tracking. You could even start with using your digital banks. I know that Monzo or Revolut has daily tracking, so it does it for you already on all your expenses. However, in my case, I can't really use it because I have different cards and I use them for different purchases, and there is simply no one place for tracking this. That's why I use Excel. I put them all together and I have one single folder where I can access it day by day and understand where I stand. Besides my regular income tracking or expenses, I use many other tabs, slightly more advanced, and I'm not going to describe them in this video. But if you are interested, please leave a comment below and I'll go through all of them. This is relating to mortgage calculations or any other investment calculations. I can also do a video about financial statements. For example, every time when I'm looking at a new investment, I also do some scenario planning. I do my worst case scenario, my good scenario, and my best case scenario. This is something left for the other video. So for now, I hope you found this video very helpful for yourself. I hope you will use the template and tell me more in the comments below whether you liked it or whether you need something more or whether you need any other comments that I may help with. Please feel free to reach out either here in the comment section or on Instagram, and I would be very thankful if you would smash the thumbs up button, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Till next time.